Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Hey. I feel like it's been forever since I've spoken to everyone. Blessings to you. How are you doing on this amazing Wednesday, right? So let's get to it. For those that are not aware who I am, I'm Nekia Foxx from the Transformation Place, where I help amazing women and men. Hello, princess. Hey. Blessings, Sharon. Blessings, Princess. Transform from the inside out. I wanted to come on to be a word of inspiration today. Thank you for the hearts. Listen here. It is promise season. Hello, Pamela. It is promise season. I know this has been a bit of a rough couple years for some. The stretching has been necessary. The adjustments have been necessary. The losses have been necessary. Dealing with the unknown season. A lot of us are going into seasons where we just have absolutely no idea what's next, right? If you're one of my fellow, let me raise my hand. You're like, I have no idea what's next, because we have surrendered to the promises. Thank you for the hearts. We have surrendered to the promises and the process that God has set in place for us. And I know it's times when the promise does not feel like the promise. It is not coming in a package, wrapped up like a present. I know it's feeling like some of the times where it look like everything's falling apart. Hello, Stephanie. Everything is actually falling apart in one way, but coming together in another way. A lot of the lessons that we were needing to learn in reference to emotional maturity, personal development in reference to healing our hearts in a way that allows us to see the big picture of what this thing really is about. Not just focusing on the money, but really get into that heart space to heal generations that were before us, to really allow ourselves to be in a position to really get the capacity that God has literally placed in front of us to live an abundant life from the inside out, right? This is coming from a place, hey, Pee-wee, hey, auntie, this is coming for a place that I just wanted to remind each and every person that is on this journey that you have not seen nothing yet. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. The blessings, T, blessings, Queen, every single thing that the Lord has for you. I want you to understand that 2020, by the end of this year, the Lord is going to blow your mind. I need you to listen to me. By the end of this year, it was all necessary. You have crossed over into your land of milk and honey. You have made it through things that literally was set up to destroy you. You have come through situations that literally was placed in front of you to make you never trust again, to make you doubt. You have made it over into the promise. I know it was intense. I know it was strenuous. I know it felt like you had to literally lose yourself in the process, but it was all necessary. I wanted to come on today to be a word of encouragement. Blessings, Pastor Robinson, to be a word of encouragement to those, and just to remind you that regardless of what it felt like, it is coming to pass. I'm telling you, God has spoke to me in my spirit, and I just wanted to come on and just literally encourage the believers. You have crossed over. You have crossed over. You have now gained the capacity to live the life that you've always dreamed of. You've now learned the necessary lessons that were put in place to allow you to become the woman and the man that you were destined to be. You now have healed your heart and allowed God to go into spaces that would allow you to give others grace. I want you to understand that every single person that left the picture, every single thing that left the picture, every single situation that seemed like it was taking you to your lowest, in that valley season is when you get your blessings. In the midst of the obstacles is when you get a choice to choose. You know, when we get that opportunity, it's not opposition, but it's an opportunity to choose to stand bold in our power and in our faith. When our faith is tested is when we now get the opportunity to really level up, right? Not when life is easy and it's cool and it's predictable. It's when your faith is tested. When you literally are like, I need 20 and I only have 2. Meaning it's a far stretch. When it's like, Lord, I've done every single thing I can do. I have no choice but to give it to you. When he's like, listen here, I tried to tell you all you were trying to do was wasting your efforts because I have it already set aside for you. If you just allow me to show you who you really are, right? If we just allow God, because we our ego and our pride gives us a vision of who we think we are, but only God can show us who we are. Because through those situations is when he comes in and he allows you to literally meet pieces and parts of yourself that you never knew existed. I came on today just to be a word of encouragement for those that know that their greater is here, that know they've survived things that were designed to take them out. I came on just to remind you that you've crossed over. It's officially here. Meaning that your life will not look the same. Meaning that people will have to look twice when they look at you, because the grace of God is going to surround you. I want you to understand that now you're in a place that he's healed you in a way that you now can receive all of those things that were held up, all of the things that the enemy thought he took from you, all of the blessings that the Lord said, listen here, I am going to do it on earth as it is in heaven, all of the different doors and avenues that only until you went through that level of that purging and those levels of literally stretching and strengthening, that God says, now you know who you are. See, I couldn't give you those opportunities beforehand because you would have shrunk down. I couldn't give you access to that beforehand because it would have overwhelmed you. But you have worked hard. You've earned it. Yeah, I mean, it's been real. I got to talk to you just from, it has been real. The last couple of years have been real. When I tell you the losses, when I tell you the level of like, I don't know what in the world is going on. Like, I'm doing my best. When I tell you, it's like, seemed like nothing was moving when it should have been moving. When I tell you, going through those seasons of, listen here, I still got to press on. I still got to press forward. Listen, God will break you down to a level that you have no choice but to do this right here. When it's just straight surrender mode. And then in that place and in that posture is when he said, listen here, I had your back the whole time. Listen, you were stressing your own self out for no reason. It was all about timing. Listen, don't rush anything. Embrace his timing. Embrace his development. Embrace his purging of people, things, situation. Embrace the healing that is in place. Listen, all of that was necessary. They had to abuse you. They had to use you. They had to literally make you. They helped you out. Listen, I told somebody, if I could get access to some of the things and the people that were contributing factors to some of the things that made me say thank you, Jesus, right now, like the people that you thought were going to be the ones in place were not the ones, but you needed to see that. The people that literally showed themselves to you and you was like, oh no, we don't react and respond emotionally anymore. No, because that gets us nowhere. We use wisdom and we allow God in this season to handle everything, because we've lived our lives protecting ourselves, for guarding ourselves, that was only holding up our process and our blessings, right? We no longer, I'm telling you from straight up truth, because I'm telling you from a woman that used to go from 0 to 100 in a blink of a dime, but literally it's in a place now that you can't get my energy. I'm so sorry. You cannot get my energy, right? I'm at a place now that I understand that they could not see my value because I didn't know my true value at that time. I'm in a place now that I say, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to go through the process that stripped me of every single thing that I thought I was, every single thing that I thought I needed, to now get to the place that I am focusing on making the necessary unnecessary. All the things that they said we should have done and that it didn't work. It did not work. which placed us in a position to now define what we really want to believe, and which allowed us to now get to a place that we understand what really matters. That after all the having things and losing things, bankruptcies, foreclosures, having this business venture, having these contracts, having things fall through, after all of those prunings, closing down businesses, open them back up, being in that process and never giving up was all a part of the plan. You know, and when he allows us to see it, the level of peace that comes over your body and in your mind, it bursts out a level of power within, because when you walk in this next phase, they owe you no favor. You're supposed to be in the room. You've earned your right to stand exactly in the posture that you're in right now. Like nobody's doing you a favor at this point. Nobody, and we don't even want favors, because we understand the importance of working this thing from the ground up. Because one thing I've learned about loss, see, so many people fret loss, but one thing I've learned about loss, it was one of the biggest blessings I could have ever had. See, some people holding on to stuff that they need to just let go. You holding on to a halfway relationship. You're holding on to a barely paying everything job. You're holding on to a barely working car. You're holding on to so many things that you just need to release and let go. Because one thing I've learned about the blessing in losing it is that you know now what the worth is. You know now how to get it again. You know how to literally appreciate things so much more. See, you didn't lose nothing. You gained more of an appreciation for the things that really matter. See, once you get to the point that you just freely release stuff, you understand that that's right. Nobody can get the glory but the Lord, because I know exactly who brought me out of this thing. Because see, he'll put you in a position that you can't call nobody but him. You know, people that I meet, I tell them I'm not a dependable friend, because I don't need you picking up the phone every 5 minutes calling me. I need you to call the Lord. See, I don't like people being dependent on me for things that they need to find within themselves. Right? That strength, you know, that level of you need to find that within yourself, because if once you get into the real nitty-gritty of your journey, it's you and the Lord. That's it. That's all it is you and the Lord. And whatever's in you is the only thing that's going to come out of you. So when you're in those tight moments, and when you're in those tough situations, and when you crying that night to go to sleep, listen, it's just you and the Lord, right? When you got to make those tough decisions, when you have to literally evaluate if I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, it's just you and the Lord. When you're in those positions where it hurts so bad you can't even breathe, it's just you and the Lord. So I'm appreciative of my level of being willing to allow those not to be handicapped by calling me, because you need to call on the Lord, because that's the only person you're going to have, and that's the only person you were supposed to have when you came in this earth, and when you leave and exit out, it's just you and him. So the more we get that level of understanding, the more we won't hold on to things so tight, and we won't put value on things that don't matter. Listen, you determine your peace. You determine your level of prosperity. You define what power is, you define all that. It's all within yourself. I wanted to come on today because when I tell you, if you have not seen it in the supernatural realm, the Lord is about to blow your line. All of the pain, all of the suffering, all of it was necessary so that you can get access to everything that is happening currently for your good in this season. This is the time that those that like every single person that literally is working towards something so hard, they've been waiting on this season, right? This is the time that you only those that put in the work will get access. You see, that's why you can't shortcut your journey. That's why you don't want to hook up, because only the ones that have put in the work know the path to get there, right? Only the ones that have put in the work know exactly how to do the work. Only the ones that have put in the work, right, allow the work to show through them, right? You don't have to tell anybody anything anymore. You don't have to prove yourself anymore. You don't have to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to literally be offended anymore. That season is over. Because we now understand that we hold the power, and whoever controls you based on your emotions control your life. And when you understand that you have the divine ability to co-create your entire existence, right? It starts, that's why he said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. My people literally perish from the lack of knowledge. Meaning you got to know the Lord for thyself. He says, show yourself approved, meaning that through it all, you need to show yourself approved based on how you choose to respond, based on every single thing that's set up to help you. We got to show individually ourselves approved, right? That's an individual walk. He said, pick up your cross and walk, right? That means that you have to, like, he didn't tell nobody else, the man that was sitting by the pool for years, he told him to get his own bed up and continue moving forward. He didn't even tell him to get in the pool. So many people waiting on the same thing to happen again that happened 20 years ago that's never coming back. Listen, if you ever heard the book, Who Moved My Cheese? Don't be one of the ones that starve waiting on something that was from your past to happen again, because it's not guaranteed. You must move forward and be willing to face the unknown in order to achieve and acquire what you've always wanted, right? Don't sit in the same spot waiting on the cheese to come back, because you might end up starving. Listen, we are in a season that it's designed for you to go into the unknown. If you already know what it is going to be, God ain't in there. If you already have what it takes and everything you need, God ain't a part of that, because he's designed every single component for you to need him. If it's all within your reach and you ain't there, if it's too attainable and predictable, that's not it. That's the beauty of it. It's like he designed it for everything everybody running from and everything I used to run from. You got to face it head on. Face your ugly truths, whatever that may be about yourself. Face the pros and the cons about yourself so you can understand how to master those areas within yourselves. The very thing that somebody might frown upon about you is the very gifting that you're going to be able to connect to those that others cannot deal with, right? That very thing that others see no value in is the very thing that holds the treasure box to your abundance, right? Because that's when you learn to appreciate yourself. You learn to be able to come into a space within yourself to start learning yourself, loving yourself, nurturing yourself, giving yourself grace, giving yourself time, not taking it so serious. This thing ain't that serious. We be making it it's not that serious. It's really not that serious. You have one amazing life to live. And the time and energy we give to so many things that are so irrelevant is so not necessary. You're wasting your time that you have on this earth, that you are living, breathing in a healthy state of mind and in a healthy body. Listen, healthy limbs and literally everything is going good right now. Why give that to a situation that you can't touch? Everything is going great if you choose to see it that way. No matter what's going on, you get to choose how you experience that situation. So the more we start choosing how things interact in our lives, the more we understand what's really important. Your peace of mind is powerful. That's why he says, I'll give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. He said, once you drink of my cup, meaning that once you truly understand what this thing is really about, you will never thirst again, meaning that you will never want anything because you understand that it's already yours. The very thing that you're hoping and wanting and thinking is so far, it's already yours. It's already yours. You don't have to do nothing to get it other than just continue to be you. Continue to grow, to learn, to be humble. Continue to love. Continue to acknowledge him in all things. Continue to keep the main thing, and embrace this ride. That's all we can do. But I hope today you all are in a place of abundant blessings from the inside out, because everything on the outside is just a representation of the inside, right? If you have acquired it the right way. When you acquire true abundance internally, it doesn't take all that effort to maintain it externally, right? It doesn't. Blessings, Kathy. Blessings Queen, when I tell you, blessings Mrs. Mississippi, Miss Black America, when I tell you God is in the season of showing you the things in which you used to dream about, this is the time. So you all, I hope you have such an amazing day. For those that are joining, I first want to thank every single person that has been recommending these beautiful souls for curl formation products. Thank you so much. Bless you, bless you, bless you. When I tell you, when I was given the vision to create curl formation, it was because I knew, being in the hair industry over 20 years, what it was like to see clients frustrated with their own natural hair, their own natural beauty. I saw just, me being natural for the last 6 years, I was like, it comes to a point that I have to embrace, because that's what the next season is for me, maximizing everything that I already have. Meaning that it's some things in our lives that you already have that you have not even given the slightest look back or acknowledgement that it has true value in your lives. So we're too busy looking at a lot of things, trying to reach at other things when what you currently have is priceless. So I just wanted to come on today. Blessings, Princess. I wanted to come on today to encourage those that are in the journey, for those that are ready in business, meaning that if you are wanting to start a business, for those that are already in business and wanting to know how to gain capital to grow your business, you're tired of spending your money after your checks, you're tired of doing just too much and not having enough. Listen, the real business blueprint is December 8th. You always will see on my flyers until the date of the event. It is on Eventbrite, but the link, you'll see flyers on my website, on Facebook. If you are ready for business, this is for business knowledge, to truly gain all of the information that nobody told you, so you don't have to waste the whole 2020 guessing how this thing goes. So you can literally get ready to start off and just literally have a game plan to maximize your current business, or for those that are starting business, to already get the funds in place to be able to not be stressed out while you're going through the business. A lot of stuff that I wish somebody would have been able to tell me when I was going through the process. Being self-employed for the last 14 years, it has been a true journey. And I know what it feels like to be doing the same thing over and over again. And for those that are business owners and we've been in business, you have to take this, not you have to, but I would advise anybody that is self-employed. You heard what that says, self-employed, meaning that there's no guaranteed retirement set up for you, meaning that this is serious on another level, meaning that it is a bigger investment for you to understand that everything is designed for you to acquire the knowledge so that you can make this thing work for you and not against you. It's nothing like seeing individuals that have been self-employed for 20, 30 years and not having the proper systems in place to be able to actually retire, or not having the funds in place to actually grow their business. It's very disheartening. So if we can help anybody make it a little bit easier through their entrepreneurship journey, we are here to give that type of knowledge. December 8th. So for those that are also in the beginning phase of their transformation in life, listen, you want to get the transformation journal. That journal will get you a level of clarity. It'll get you honed into your game plan for 2020. It will put you in alignment with the things that what's in you. It asks specific questions to be able to get you that level of confidence needed to move to your next level. And of course, I added the powerful scriptures that I use to shift my mindset throughout this journey. So you all, God bless you. I truly hope that you all are in a place of peace, in a posture of receiving, and your heart space is in an element of healing, so that you can inspire anyone that encounters you, because that's the whole goal. He said you have to go out into the world, meaning that you are the church, and everywhere you go, be a representation of God's love for his people, right? That's what it's all about. God bless you all. Have an amazing day. Thank you, Pee-wee. Thank you, Auntie, for joining in. As always, I'm truly grateful for my family that literally supports me in the things I do. I don't take it for granted. I truly appreciate you all. I'm grateful for the energy that you all exhibit. And I hope to be able to reciprocate every single thing to make the family proud. God bless you all. Have an amazing day. It's hump day. It's Wednesday. It's wisdom filled. Thank you, Pee Wee. Thank you so much. It's wisdom filled Wednesday. Listen, this is the promised land season. Listen, you have made it through generational things that wanted you to stay hurt. Listen, this is the promised season. Listen, you have made it out of things that wanted you to stay broken. Listen, this is the promised season. Listen, this is the promised season. You have acquired the level of capacity to really maximize everything that God is placing in front of you right now. Listen, this is the promised season. God is allowing you to have access to everything you used to dream about. I want to say that again. Listen, this is the promised season. That God is literally putting things in place that you will be able to get more doing less. Listen, this is the promised season. This is the time that you were waiting. Tell that little girl that used to be crying in the corner or waiting on somebody just to say she's a good girl, or you're a good, and overcompensating as an adult so somebody can say you're a good woman. Listen, this is the season that they will know your value instantly when they meet you. Listen, this is the season that you will no longer have to prove yourself to anybody. Listen, this is the season where your name will be spread upon this world, that people will talk for you. Listen, this is the season that every single thing that happened in your life is going to pay you forward 10 times fold. Listen, this is the season that the things that you used to be fearful of, you learn how to do it even with the fear and access the level of confidence within yourself to do it again. Listen, this is the season that you literally learned how to be bold with nothing. Listen, this is the season that was designed to make you who you are designed to be. This is it, you guys. This is it. If you feel it in the atmosphere, because the Lord says it is no distance between him. It is no distance between his people. It is no distance, meaning that spiritually, on the spiritual realm, you should feel a shift in your spirit that gives you a peace now, regardless of what is going on in your life. You're like, I trust God. You know what? I trust God. I trust God. Listen, when he gets you to a place of surrendering, when you just tired of doing all the stuff on your own, when you're tired of expecting things that did not happen, listen, this was one of my other main ones. You will not be disappointed anymore. I need somebody else to hear me say that. You will no longer be disappointed anymore. I need somebody else to hear that. You will no longer be disappointed anymore. See, disappointment hurts more than somebody doing you wrong. When I tell you, when somebody disappoints you, it's like you gave a level of, you believed in them in a way that, disappointment, that thing hurts so, it goes so deep. When somebody disappoints you, it's like it makes you sink down to a place of despair. See, disappointment was designed to break you before you even got started. See, disappointment wanted you to count yourself out before they even called your name. See, disappointment, come on now, disappointment was set up to make us literally cross our names off the list before it even was called. Disappointment made us accept the crumbs. Disappointment tried to allow us to accept and be the minimum. Listen, disappointment was that hidden thing. And see, guess what ends up eliminating disappointment? When you start loving yourself on a level that you expect nothing and need nothing from anything outside of yourself. Let me tell you about that beautiful thing that we get blessed about when these things hurt us in our lives. See, when you get that disappointment for the last time, that the way them people, like literally the way they hurt you, the way they literally act like they listened in the beginning or said they were going to do something for you to finally start believing it, or the way they told you I got you and then dropped the ball at the end, the way they literally set that thing up, it forced you to heal. And see, if they wouldn't have hurt you that bad, you would have never, it wouldn't have frustrated you on a level in which you would have healed on a level that you can be free on the level that you are today, right? So we thank each and every one of the disappointers of our lives. Thank you so much, because you allow me to go into places within myself to gain strength and to love and nurture parts of me that I never knew needed it, right? So you allow me to now get to a place that I need nothing outside of myself. So anything else is a bonus or extra. So I thank God, see, for them people doing what they did. They was playing their role, honey. I thank God. See, every Judas had to play his role. We wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for those Judases, right? They're so necessary, and they're gonna be right up on you, right? But the one good thing about it, when you're so unbothered by it, when you understand that they can't take nothing from you, when you understand that there's nothing lacking, nothing missing, listen, you start making them feel real uncomfortable, because that validation that you used to need, you no longer require, right? that good extra pat on the back, or that speaking highly of you that you used to look for and need and yearn for, you no longer. You already know who you are now. You've proven it to yourself by all the things that you survived out of, right? That's why, that's that good old checkmate. I need to do a t-shirt that say checkmate. Listen, that's that real checkmate. When the enemy set it up right, that's why it was for my good. Listen, every single element, foreclosures, bankruptcies, failed contracts, losing businesses, coming back, multiplying them 2-3 times quicker than I got them the first time. Listen, going from 400 credit scores to almost 800 scores in all 3 categories. Listen, it's real out here. But if it wouldn't have hit those lows, you wouldn't embrace and appreciate these highs, right? Right. Right. If those lows would not have happened in your life, you wouldn't appreciate these highs that are currently going on, that's taking place. If you would have literally stayed in a place of being scared of the dark, being scared of the dark, you will literally not be in a place now to be willing to walk in the dark, right? Because you understand that you are the light. You are the light, and you were the light the whole time. That's why they was looking at you. They couldn't understand why you was just smiling when everything looked like it was falling apart. You were the light the whole time. You were the light. That's the beauty of it. I want you to understand that you are the light. That means that any dark place, situation, person can never do anything to you, because you are the light. You have the power. You don't bend, because that's the thing. We choose what is relevant in our lives. We choose what value we give to each and everything. We define every single element. You get to choose. And when you stop allowing things to hold precedence that are irrelevant, things get so much more easier, right? It gets so much easier when you be like, don't drop that trash off at my door. No, thank you. I actually don't want to hear about that. You know what? No, I'm not going to answer that call, because no. And how about we're going to love ourselves to the point that everything else is a bonus? So that way you never get disappointed ever again. And they used to tell us, baby, love yourself. They didn't tell us how, right? That's right, Gina. Virtue is your portion, honey. The Lord is so good. Yes, His grace is merciful. He is so good. Listen, are y'all ready? 2020 is the year, baby. Listen, this next month, it's going to be so speeded up. Listen, the way the energy is going to move, the way God is shifting things, buckle up, honey. Buckle up. You say you was ready, so buckle up, because it's coming fast. These blessings are going to literally overtake us, meaning it's coming. So get ready. Prepare your environment, declutter your house, organize your calendar, get your schedule together, drink your water, do your 30-minute walks, get your life in alignment so you can maximize next year. Get your meditation on, get your daily prayer on, get whatever you need to do to allow yourself to be in a position that you can maximize this next season, right? It's all about what's constant in our lives. That's why we get to choose what we do on a daily basis, right? So you choose what works for you. but I can't tell you what's going to work for you. Only you know what you need, right? So get yourself ready, because you don't need to go in 2020 talking about, hold on 1 second, let me get my stuff together. Oh, hold on 1 second. No, that ain't no hold on 1 second year. Next year is not the year to say, hold on 1 second, let me get the, that's not the year. It's called maximizing everything, meaning you need to be ready. So while we are literally 45, will be less than 45 days into 2020, these blessings that you've been waiting and talking about forever, these positions, these contracts, have your stuff ready. When these people call your phones, you need to be ready. Have your contracts ready, have your literally your systems in place, have your websites in place, have your line items already selected. Make it easy. Go through your processes from the time that people literally deal with you to the end of the conversations. What do they normally ask for? Make this thing, I'm serious, make this thing smooth. What do they ask for you quick? Go ahead, put it in your notes section. So when these people inboxing you, you can go already go, we're going to copy that and paste that. Let's send them directly here. Have your systems in place. Do it now. On this free time for the holidays, give yourself, on each one of these days, we know everybody else is off, give yourself at least an hour to get your systems in place for next year. We don't need to be talking about, hold on 1 second, let me get this. Have your stuff ready, right? Have your stuff ready. You say you want this, get them certifications finalized, get your stuff printed out, get your folders together, have your stuff together and ready, meaning you are on it, meaning that you have prepared yourself and you are ready exactly for what the Lord, you say you've been wanting this, right? You say you want this position, you get all your stuff ready. Your stuff needs to be ready. You say you want to be XYZ, do the work. And a lot of us, I'm saying that because you already have everything in place. You just better have this stuff organized, because next year is not the year to be talking about, hold on 1 second, let me finalize this product. Hold on, this needs to be in production. Get this stuff ready by next year now. Get this stuff in place. I'm so serious. I'm talking. See, this is how I deal with my clients, and a lot of them be like, oh, no, this is what you say you want, right? If you're not ready to do the work, then just stop talking. But get your systems in place. Listen, wealth is created by systems. Have your stuff organized. To all you have to do is press send. When they call you for these interviews, no problem. Have your passports ready. When they're calling you for these bookings, have your EPKs, your spreadsheets, your bios, have all that in files already ready. All you have to do is say, send me your email address. Send. It's time to maximize. In 2012, we will get more doing less if you are proactive and having all your stuff together. That's why they was like, why are you doing it? Don't worry about, listen, I got my stuff in place. Listen, I don't, listen. There is no, we got to get ready. I'm just going to tell you that. No, see, so many people want the cushion life, but not willing to go through the sacrifice life. So many people want the cushions of life. Listen, in order to sit down when everybody else is working, you have to put in the work, meaning that you're going to be up them nights in them early mornings while everybody else is still sleeping. That means that you're going to be spending money in your savings. That means you're going to be working double jobs, 3 jobs. You're going to be doing a whole lot of stuff that everybody else ain't doing. If you are matching what everybody else is doing, that means that you are in the wrong place. You are doing the wrong thing. The road to heaven ain't, it said the road to heaven, it said sin is like the roads, and then it's a stairway to heaven, right? So that means it's not that many people doing the right thing. So if you're doing what everybody else is doing, these people around here talking about, X, Y, and Z, and they don't have none of their stuff together. Listen, that's called them talkers. Talkers always got something going on. I'm waiting on this to happen. I'm waiting on this call. I got this coming. No, what have you done? Let's see what the results are. What have you done already? What are you ready for right now? Because people don't want to hear about what you're going to do or want to do or think of doing. They want to know, what are you ready to execute today? How can I utilize what you already have right now? That's how you maximize opportunities, not what you go do next year and want to do. No, what do you have tangible right now? So I hope I was able to just motivate, encourage, and be a little stern on some people that's just procrastinating a little too much about the stuff in their life. They think, these years is passing by. I'm going on 40 years old in 2 years. Listen, I don't have time to be talking about woulda, coulda, shouldas, and what I want to do, coulda do. Listen, it's real season. I'm so serious, Gina. What she said, get your systems in place, not your game plan, but your systems. That means that goes far beyond game plan. Systems mean finalized procedures and processes, meaning that that's not in the thought, that's not in the head space. That means it's already done. Meaning systems, wealth is created by systems. They're not created by nothing manually. Anything you got to continue to do manually is not going to make you all this money. It might make you some good money, but it ain't going to make you the money to stop you from doing that for the rest of your life. So wealth is created by systems, and it's created by knowing knowledge that everybody is just not ready to do the work. But I just hope I was able to encourage somebody that is like, oh, I need to do this, or I want to do this. Well, honey, if you say this what you want to have in your life for your kids, and you want, you want them to be able to spend more time with your kids, and you want to be able to get to a point that you can help your kids with their homework instead of being stressed out by the time you get off from work. If you ready to start like really not just having money for 2-3 months out of the year every year, and if you ready for that type of life, baby, you have to sacrifice. That means that it's gonna be a season you might have to be going to school and going to work, and that means you might be in a season that, oh Lord, it's 12:23 and I'm sitting up here still talking. I got disappointment. Let me tell you, this is the time if you saying you want that type of life, I want to own a home. Well, are you working on your credit? Oh, I want to own a business. Are you working on your credit? What you want to do? Do you know what your brand is? Do you know the people you need to serve? Do you know the difference that you make? Do you know what sets you aside from your competition? Do you know the market? Do you know the area? Listen, this thing is more than just what we think. It has so many elements to it. You say you want to live in a mansion. Okay, well, how much does it take to live in a mansion? You say you want to retire by 50. Well, what's your numbers looking like right now? Listen, a lot of things have to go in place, meaning actual steps and procedures and plans and systems have to be in place in order for us to make sure those things happen. Not just talk. Talk sounds great, but we need actual things in place that's going to make results happen in our lives. So I just wanted to remind you that this is promise season. So get your stuff in order, meaning that you need to be ready, meaning ready for everything you say you've been wanting. And as far as us singles, listen, these husbands coming next year. So listen, make sure you master being organized, clean. Make sure you have gotten your mind right. I hope you done enjoyed all your single time, because ladies, it's over. We about to get married. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this single time, because honey, that's done. I hope you enjoyed all the time to yourself, because that season is done. I hope for all of those that have been saying I want a husband, I truly hope you've learned how to clean the house and make sure you learn how to cook, and I hope you have some level of organization within your life by now, because these husbands are coming. Listen, they had to go through some maturing, right? They done finished their process. Ladies, I hope you have mastered and I hope you have enjoyed your single life, because these husbands are coming. Once again, I want to say that once again. Ladies, I hope you have enjoyed your single life, because you say you've been waiting on this husband. Well, they coming next year, honey. I don't know what to tell you. So I hope you have enjoyed all that good time by yourself, because the man of God is coming next year, honey. He's coming next year. So that season is up. So they were like, what you doing? I'm trying to finish enjoying myself the rest of the year, honey. Listen, these husbands is coming, honey. They're coming. The new shipment is in, ladies. Listen, ladies, this is for the single ladies. The real men are coming. Listen, they are here. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to look for them. You ain't got to do no effort. Don't try to make yourself seen. Don't do none of that, girl. You don't have to do all that. That season is up. Listen, you don't have to do none of that. Listen, he been watching you for a long time. Way before you finna meet him. He been watching you for some years, honey. So it's that time, honey. But I guarantee you, don't do none of that stuff you've been doing. That season is up for all that extra, no. That season is over. So ladies, it's a new y'all know me, honey. Yeah, it's a new shipment in. The Lord told me it's a new shipment in. They've been released, and the men are coming. They prepared. Remember, you got to get qualified and prepare for a house. Don't think these men need not to be qualified to lead you, right? Start giving. Okay, so that's why we had the transformation journal. Because once again, it goes back to what are your core values, ladies? What do you what morals you stand for? What are some of your triggers? What are some of the things that you have made sure that are core values that you want in a man? You need to be clear on this stuff, because these men's coming, so you know it's gonna be north, south, east, and west. Y'all know how that go. The more we enjoy ourselves, the more they be all in your inbox and calling, just I got to take you out. No, you ain't got to do nothing. Are you the one? I don't call me if you're not ready, because honey, I apply pressure. So we apply pressure over here, and we hold people accountable over here, honey. So and we have a large lot of things going on over here. So don't just be calling me. It's nothing fun over here, honey. This is all about building the kingdom. So I hope are you the one the Lord sent? Because it's going to show in those actions, right? We talk don't work over here, honey. So you need to get your systems in place, even for your dating life. You need to have your systems in place so you know exactly what you deserve. You need to hold on to that, because a real man of God, he needs to know that he has a woman that knows her worth, meaning that don't be shortchanging yourself. Don't go back on your words, because see, a lot of times we start bringing confusion and all this stuff in our lives because you start to contradict things that are not your truth. What are your truths? What are your truths? You know, some of mine is no premarital sex. Some of mine are do not go outside of the things in which you know you stand for. When you go outside of those things, now you start to have all kind of internal conflict. Now you start, listen, you need to understand what are the things that you know are your truths, so that you don't go out of alignment with your truths, because so many women don't understand. While you're single, a whole lot of stuff in our lives be up and moving, and we drinking fresh water, we exercising, we eating organic, we eating all the grass, all that good stuff. As soon as a man come in, you shifting your whole life and you forgetting everything about what you were supposed to been doing, because somebody comes into your space. But when you understand and know your value, when you understand and have your the things in which you don't go, this is the absolute red flags. You need to write those red flags down. I have them in my phone. So I'm almost about to create a spreadsheet, because I'm tired of, trying to talk it through. So literally, it gets to that point. That's once again like the systems in place. You need to know without a shadow of a doubt the things that you stand for, the things in which you want, the things that go against what you value. You need to know that, not just thinking about it. You need to know it in your heart, because we attract who we are. So when you know it in your heart space, when your heart is in agreement with what you're saying out your mouth, is when you will attract somebody that matches the exact same thing. So let's get out of just saying I'm worth this and all this. No, what is your heart really saying? What does your spirit truly believe? Because what your spirit believe is what you about to be meeting. What your spirit believe is what you about to be seeing, right? We be like, I'm a good woman, I got all this and that, but what does your spirit say? Because that's who you about to meet, Mr. Whatever your spirit's saying. I'm just talking the truth. I've been single a whole long time, honey, with a good smile on my face, honey, because you can't let everybody in your space. We just, you just can't just let people in your space like that. Everybody don't deserve your space. Everyone, just because they say hello, don't deserve to get your number. Everybody, just because he 85% okay, but no, what kind of man, and especially for us women listen, I'm used to a man that's a man. My daddy was one of the most amazing providers in this world. Listen, you can't just talk over here, because my norm is a certain type of man, right? Listen, I live a certain type of way, and that's not to boast no, but can you keep me maintaining living like this? You need to, so many women going outside of their truths. Listen, I will stay happily single until the man that I'm supposed to have walks into my life and has been prepared to lead me. Listen, if I've worked so hard, we be working so hard on fixing ourselves and going with people that ain't did none of the work. That's a conflict of interest. How you work so hard to healing and work so hard to be this XYZ type of woman, and you dealing with a man don't even believe in the Lord, don't even believe in counseling, don't even believe in personal development, don't even believe in dealing with his childhood, don't even believe in having mentors. How you doing all this working on yourself, but then you contradict yourself by getting with a man that has done none of the work, and not willing to do the work? So where does that lead you back to? Disappointment and hurt. We got to stop this, ladies. We have the power to stop this. You've done all this healing and you've been doing all this, reading your word, and then you get with a man that don't even pick up the Bible. You get with a man that honors no type of leadership. You get with a man that his ego and pride is still running his life. Come on now. That's a conflict of interest. It's a conflict. And men, it's the same way. Please don't be getting with these women just because they got some curves, or just because, is this woman a visionary? Is she willing to join in with God's mission for your life so that you can leave a legacy? Is this a woman just like Ruth that was willing to put in the work, right? Is this a woman on her own that knows who she is so she can add value to every single thing that you got? This is who you go hear in your ear every day. You want a nagging woman or you want a woman that knows who she is? Come on now. And in order to get that, you have to do the work. Listen. That's the singles edition, because it's real out here. Listen, I tell the brothers, they be like, oh, no, you don't want this number, honey. It's pressure over here. You don't want this number. I try to help them out. You don't want this number. This number come with a whole lot. You don't want this number. Trust me, you don't want this number. I don't know what you used to, but you don't want this number. But anyways, God bless you all. Have an amazing day. Enjoy your day. I got to get ready for this appointment, but enjoy your day. Enjoy everything that God has for you. It's here. It's finally here. Single women, let me let you, the husbands is coming, so get your stuff together. Get you a nice little routine. Make sure you know how to fold the cuffs on them sheets on the corners when you're making up the bed. Make sure you know how to soak them whites. Make sure you know how to season some meat. Make sure you know, come on now. Let's bring it, ladies. Make sure you know how to get the vinegar and water for the mirrors. Make sure you understand. Come on, let's come forth now. But anyways, God bless you. Have an amazing day. Everything